Welcome, Goddess family. So I'm here today with Brenda, who has been coming to Goddess for around a year or so.
About a year.
Yeah. And, you know, me being from Sedona, it's interesting because I don't always get to meet all the girls coming into Goddess in Scottsdale. So when I came down to do an event, met Brenda and right away was like, ooh, I love her. It's just one of those moments. And I knew you probably wanted to get certified at some point because it's just like really been something that has been transformational for you.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm excited to hear your story today. So, so how did you find Goddess?
So I always like to say Goddess found me. My friend Malcolm introduced me to Lauren, and he was like, you're gonna love her. She's like another witchery friend. It's in your element. So I was like, okay, cool. So I met Lauren, and me and Lauren were actually going through the same similar life things. She was getting divorced and I was getting divorced, and she one day was just like, do you want to do Goddess with me? And she had just gotten certified up in Sedona with you, and she didn't really have anybody, you know, to like really help and support her at the time. And I was like, girl, I'm there. Like, whatever you do, I want to do. Like, I can see you blossoming. I can see you, it lights you up. And so I took her, she invited me, and it was just me and her. And we started doing, I thought it was just gonna be regular yoga.
Yeah.
But it was a lot more than just regular yoga. It was something that sparked this feminine energy in me. And it was almost a reminder of like, man, this is what I should be doing, is like moving my body. I felt so much release from all the tension and anger that I had because of what I had just gone through with my ex. And I felt a lot lighter after I took her class. And it was very intimate, of course, because it was just me and her, but I loved being able there to support her. And she was just like, I just got certified in this. It was so cute because she had like her notes that you had given her, all that good stuff. And I just loved it. I absolutely fell in love with it, and I started to spread the word. I shared it with my sister, some of my other best friends. I was like, you guys should come and just like support my girl. This is gonna like make you feel so much more in tune with yourself. Like I would always say like your femininity, or like you just feel more, what's the word, like sensual. And I hadn't felt that in a very long time because the marriage I was in it had run its course, and I just felt very out of touch with my sensual side of myself, and I didn't need a man to feel that way. And that was like something that, you know, that really was like, wow, I don't need to be like in a sexy outfit to feel feminine. Like I could just move, I could just breathe, I could just be with my girls, you know. And it became this sisterhood and this circle of like, okay, like what are you going through? Let's like release all that. And like, let's like be here, be present. It was just beautiful, dude. And I just like fell in love with it. The more I kept going, the more I got more excited to do. And I started to see the ripple effect of like in my life. And so there's a little story about like how, you know, what it's like blessed me with so far. So
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Oh, it's actually like making me a little bit emotional because it's exactly kind of, I love that we have a lot of the same stories when we get to Goddess, but I basically like created Goddess from a place of being in an unfulfilling relationship and a marriage that was not fulfilling me. And I felt so disconnected from my sensuality and sexuality, and I'm like, I don't even feel like myself anymore. And so when I realized that I missed moving my body in that way, like I was a dancer when I was young, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, no, I am sexy. I don't need a man to be sexy. Like, that's great and all, but I am sexy. Like, it, like you said, it brought it back home to like, oh, it's actually innately who I am. So it's beautiful to hear you say that, because I'm like, ooh, she's like me. She found Goddess when she needed it. Like,
I do feel like, Holly, like when you were going through that, somehow, some way, it was a seed planted in you that you're attracting similar women into your circle. That I feel like that's why it feels like home, you know?
That's beautiful. That's
so-
really beautiful. Well, the thing that happens, I think, and you know this if you've gone to some goddess, is that we feel so alone in our lives. Like, yeah, we might have friends, yeah, we might have girlfriends, we might have sisters, or you know, mom,
Right.
but we can't really open up fully
Right.
and be seen and supported a lot of times in our day-to-day relationships. And all of a
Yeah.
sudden, you get to a goddess class. And when you go to the share circle, I don't know about your first time, but like when a lot of women come, they're like, oh my God, I'm supposed to like speak what's on my heart.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden it's like something comes over and when you listen to every woman's story and you're like, oh my God, she's going through exactly what I'm going
Yeah.
through. Oh my God, she's actually gone through that already and she's on the other side. And it's like we get to see that we're not alone on this journey. We get to see that like, yeah, this was actually created.
And it makes you feel like related or relatable, you know,
And
I-
seen and heard. I think that's really, really special. So now that you've been going to Goddess, like how do you see things have shifted for you in your life? How do you see yourself showing up differently?
I feel like I am more sure of myself. I feel more confident in myself when I walk into a room or when I'm around, you know, other women. I like to give more love to the women that's around me, you know, because I don't know, I've just been learning so much, like we're all united in some way. And so I feel like whatever she's going through or, you know, I just want to embrace her and like bring her in closer to me. So I guess more loving. I've witnessed my really good friend Lauren, how it's like blossomed her life. And to me, it's a testament to me like, okay, if I continue to do this, it's going to shift a lot more. Like my manifestations, like what I want to co-create with Higher Source, it is starting to fall into place, you know? I love like the nights in my room where I get to just do this on my own, and one day my daughter will learn this. It's like, it's gonna sound weird, but I feel like it's something that maybe in the past we've done ancestral as
It
like
is.
women, and now I get to embody and step into that more and share that with my daughter, and that way she feels comfortable in her body, and you know, so it's just
That gives me goosebumps.
I feel like there's something being built here more than meets the eye, you know?
I don't know if you know this about Goddess or if I've said this in any class that you've taken, but you know, belly dance, which is, you know, we're partly based in that,
Yeah.
is one of the oldest forms of dance in history. And it was originally passed down from mother to daughter as a coming of
that's
age
right.
ritual to prepare her body for childbirth. So everything you just said is actually correct. Yes, it goes way back. But we've forgotten that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, our culture has told us that, like, no, it's shameful to move your body in
Oh,
this way. No,
absolutely.
it's shameful to feel sexy. It's shameful. So we're actually just, I think, reclaiming our birthright as women.
Yeah. And then like
so-
having that space of like, okay, I can move like this. Like sometimes you get out like, oh, I want to be able to like do what she's doing, but then you're reminded of like, girl, whatever you're doing is beautiful, like
that's so
already, you know? And so,
It's so true.
Holly, I don't want to get emotional, but I feel like I was meant to meet Lauren, meet you, because we're here to like expand and bring other women to come to themselves or get closer, you know, to their highest self, I guess you could say. I don't know. It's something about community and sisterhood is like what I love most about it. And I can sense that from you, from Lauren, and that's what I want to be a part of. And that makes me like, it fulfills my cup, and there's maybe something, I'm meant to be here for a reason, right? And maybe that's a little glimpse of it. I don't know, I can see it, but so I'm grateful for you.
Aww.
And I love you.
Oh, y'all. I'm gonna get emotional. Brenda, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for being so real and raw and just
Girl.
sharing from your heart. And no, I feel it from you. Even like before we met, I saw your pictures and I was like, this girl is glowing and she is like on her like goddess journey. I just saw it in you. So to be
you,
around you in
babe.
person is really special and sweet. So
I feel
thank
the same
you.
way. I feel the same way.
So sweet. So yeah, thanks, Brenda. I just want to thank everyone for, you know, just witnessing this beautiful journey and these transformations, and really just like, this is a mission, this is a movement on the planet right now of women reclaiming their birthright.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's so many ways that you can get involved in Goddess. You can take a free class, you can come to an in-person class, there's online programs, but this is definitely a movement for women that want to pour into other women, want to have a purpose, and yeah, I want to awaken the inner goddess on this planet right now.
Yes, and you are, dude. My sister's been wanting. She's ready.
Okay, let's bring your sister in.
She's so ready.
Okay, and all their sisters. All right, thank you so much. Thanks, Brenda.
Thank you, babe. Oh,
Yay!
that was so